Alright, so with everything that we've done, I think we're ready for the boss. I was gonna farm to get like +5 weaponry, but honestly, I think we'll be fine. And you know, I feel like summoning the summon for this. When you guys see what boss it is, you might see why I did it. I don't want to spoil it for those who don't know what's coming up. I'm sure. I mean, by now though, it's got to be a handful of people that don't know this game. I mean, if you're watching it. If you're watching it this late in the game and you found my channel, then I don't know. That's great. I'm glad that you found me first, because watching a candid playthrough is fun and everything, but I mean, me personally, when I played the game the first time, I didn't watch a playthrough first, I played it. I would have liked to have somebody with me letting me know what all this stuff was. It would have been nice, because it was fucking hard to figure it out. So basically, that guy back there with the trident is called a channeler, and the glowing blue aura that appeared on these little weak minions after he did his little dance buffed them, and they just wrecked me as a result. Not only did he buff the minions, but he actually buffed himself, so all of their attack damage like skyrockets essentially, which I was about to say makes that corridor surprisingly difficult, which you wouldn't expect. Not only that, but I wasn't wearing armor. Yeah, honestly speaking, even if I was wearing armor, the hard leather armor, they would have wrecked me anyway. I just played that very sloppy. I thought that I could outrange them. I saw him winding up his attack and thought it was going to take longer. I always remember the jab attack he does with his trident taking a little longer than that, but, you know. I said I was going to die. I mean, the literal DLC package deal of this game that came out on PC was called the Prepare to Die edition. So, I mean, if you're coming to this game expecting to go in without dying, you're actually a sad, sorry fool. A sorry fool. That's something an NPC calls you later if you don't do their quest line and you choose somebody else over them. Let's see if I can get him to say that, actually. I'm kind of tempted to do that. But if I do it that way, it might be a little confusing. I don't know. We'll figure it out. The thing about this game is that there's so many different ways to play it that I never really know what I want to do during a playthrough. It all depends on what's most convenient for me at the time, so we're just going to see what happens. Like I said at the beginning, the only thing I can guarantee everyone here... I got my swords back. All 600 of them. The only thing I can guarantee here is that I will beat every single boss. Even if it takes a lot of tries, I am going to beat every boss. I never do a run of this game without killing every boss. I did the actual exact same thing. I did the actual exact same thing. So, yeah. I have nothing to say. That was just fucking terrible. Alright, this time we got it for sure. This time we got it for sure. It's funny because right now I'm thinking like it would be nice if that computer summon I want to get is like, it would be... You know what I just realized? How am I going to summon this guy if I'm not a human? Duh. Okay, so this is where like... This is the double-edged sword, so I'm going to humanize myself to summon this NPC. There's a big chance I'll get invaded on the way from here to there. I'm at the perfect level for getting invaded here, and this is a very high invasion area, so I'm going to have to haul ass and kill the enemies, but at the same time play it safe, if that makes any fucking sense. Let's see what happens. I'm just mistiming my attacks, because even though their attack damage is buffed when they're buffed like that, they still have very low defense. Like, all of them take a generally the same amount of damage. So I can still pretty much one-shot those undead. I just have to not miss. As long as I don't miss, I'm good. Like that. That's what I didn't want to do. See how much damage I'm taking? Damn, he took more than half my health. That was just like a jab attack. I just have no armor. I'm already wasting an Estus before the boss fight. Man, honestly, I'm glad I'm summoning this guy, because at this stage right now, with this weapon, with these stats, with this lack of armor and everything, and like, I don't know. Not feeling very confident like I normally do going into this. I'm also using a weapon type I'm not as familiar with. Generally, like I said, I use straight swords and great swords. Straight swords are great because they're so fast. Alright. So he doesn't always come. Sometimes he sits there and he'll cast his spells. That's always what I hope he'll do, but today he really wants my ass. Usually when I do this hallway, he doesn't really ever come for me, like in my other playthroughs. Really, he doesn't, I swear. Like, today he's gone after me twice in a row, though. Really wants to kill me. I think the game's AI is figuring out that that's when I'm the most vulnerable, is when he just rushes me. See, this is what I wanted to happen. When the channeler doesn't come, they're actually really easy. Just gotta hold your shield up and let them deflect off of it and attack them. That was fucking sloppy as hell. Super sloppy. I've wasted sorry, I have 6 S's left. I've wasted 4 of them, and I have not even gotten to the boss yet. Alright, that's fine. Looks like the channeler fell down, though. I am assuming he's gonna come back and around. I hope so, anyway. Because if he landed down there, that means he's right in front of the Balder Knights. And that's the last enemy I want him to buff. And he's right there. So the reason why I'm going after him, if you're wondering, you're like, oh, why don't you just leave him? Number 1, it's souls. But the main reason is because this is actually one of those special enemies I told you about that does not spawn back. So I want to clear him out forever, so in case I die against the boss, I at least won't have to worry about him. That's why I wasn't rushing, by the way. One of these Balder Knights almost always aggroes. That was just the play of the fucking year, wasn't it? Alright. Man, I am gonna die, is what I'm gonna do. Alright, he's gonna rush me when I heal, because that's what their AI usually tells them. No, not today. So, normally he'll parry there, but I think on the stairs he's less likely to. Come on now. Ugh, right when I want to rush him is when he decides to do it to me. I've wasted so many S's. I've never done it this sloppy, but it doesn't help that this fucking channeler fell like he wasn't supposed to. Usually he just stays up there. Bastard. Oh, a Titanite shard. That was lucky. That was a good drop. Alright, come on. Stop fucking around. I want to kill you already. Look at him just running over there with these fucking dipshits. He's dead. Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god, really. Alright, you bastard. Okay, they're dead. Now you're fucked. Now you're actually fucked, though. Hold on, I want to pick this item up. Another Titanite shard. I think I can get it to +4. Okay, he's dead. I think what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to go back to the blacksmith and get my... Actually, with all the souls I just got, I could get it to +5. I just unintentionally farmed so hard right now from dying over and over again because I was adding my souls up and recovering them. I'm going to do it. I mean, there's no point not doing it. I don't have to rest at the bonfire either. Well, you know, I think I will because even if all those other enemies spawn back, he won't. Which means they'll be doing regular damage. And I won't have to fight the Balder Knights because they don't ever fall to where the Balder Knights are. I almost leveled up. No big deal. Everyone ignore that. So I got 2 Titanite shards. Oh, I have 4 because I bought some, right? Okay, so I only need to buy 1. Then I can, like, 100% level this up to +5. Neato burrito. Yeah, okay, now we're going to be doing a little bit more damage. That's great. I might have some spare points to level up once, too. I won't need to use any more Titanite shards. After Titanite shards, you need large Titanite to get from level 6 to 7, but you can't do that until you get a special emblem. I was about to say ember. Or I was going to say emblem, like an emblem, but I wanted to say ember. There's a special ember that you have to get to the blacksmith that I can get after beating the next 2 bosses, including this one. So, let's try to do that today. Let's see if we can... Maybe we can fit it all into one episode. I've been trying to keep these condensed into 30 minutes. I say condensed. I mean, I remember back when, you know, Let's Playing was becoming really popular, 2010, 11-ish, and, like, the fucking video length, because YouTube's time was restricted, was just, what do you call it? Wow, another Titanite shard. That was lucky. It was just fucking, like, 10 or 15 minutes, so I would have all these Let's Players I loved watching, but all their videos, like, in Let's Plays, they would be 15 minutes long, and the Let's Play would be, like, 100 episodes or 50 episodes, but it wouldn't even be, like, it would be, like, a freaking 4-hour-long indie game or something. Wow, I missed my opportunity to summon them, but I kind of want to summon the NPC. Just because it'll reduce the lag for this other person. Hold on. Alright, come on now. Come here. Come here. Alright. That was my biggest challenge. These little guys should be... I mean, they can still kill you if they overwhelm you, but without the damage buff, you're much more likely to get away. Like, they were comboing me with the channeler, hitting me with this trident, so it was really just no good. So, because in real life you would use a halberd with 2 hands, the 2-handed right bumper attack is actually slightly faster than the 1-handed, which is a little known fact. don't know why. Oh my goodness. Alright. Fucking good enough, I guess. I was trying not to get hit at all, but beggars really can't be choosers, especially when you suck like I do. So we'll just take what we can get. Probably shouldn't be breaking this ahead of time. That's a little cocky, but I feel like with this NPC's help, I'll be okay. So right now, this is really the last person I have to fight. Remember, way back in like episode 1, I got that mystery key. That might be episode 2 actually. I was not keeping track of time. I generally try to do all these in like one big recording session and then split them later on. So I have no clue what episode is what. Not like it really matters to me. Never really. Now, I'm not going to say I never cared for like a more organized format with an introduction and an outro, but it's not really my thing. I've always watched Let's Players that, well, not always, because I watch a mixture of both, but I have a lot of Let's Players I like to watch that don't really worry about the outros and stuff like that. This is the asshole that kills the Firekeeper, so everything he says is bullshit. Don't ever believe him. Lautrec's a douchebag.
Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this, and I guarantee a reward. Only later. Yes, very sorry. Your reward will have to wait. I have just been freed. Allow me some time.
So now, if you're like, oh, he seems okay right now, this next piece of dialogue usually is pretty incriminating.
I'm free. Now, I can get back to work.
It's like, bro, I can hear your evil laugh right here. It doesn't sound very good. You sound kind of sinister. The whole thing is that, I mean, generally speaking, the first piece of dialogue or two is like, it's not too bad. Like, you're like, okay, whatever. He doesn't sound that bad, but a lot of people don't even go through it because, you know, when you're playing this game for the first time, especially if you haven't played Demon's Souls like I did, they won't even exhaust the dialogue, so you're not 100% sure until you get to that last piece if you just keep talking to him. So people just skip it. They don't really know he's as sinister as he appears. But, we'll meet up with him later. We will. And I'm still human, which means right up here is the summon. Are you ready for the best summon in the game? Knight Solaire. Praise the sun. Imminent tough enemy. I'll rate that. Miracles. I rate that too. That's what this guy uses. Oh, here it comes. So if you're in the Warriors of Sunlight, that's how you spawn into people's worlds also. You praise the sun instead of just coming up into their world. It's really cool. So yeah, when you guys see this boss, you'll understand why I summoned him. You'll understand very well, I hope. And I'm just gonna shut the fuck up because this is one of the coolest cutscenes in the game, in my opinion. Fucking epic, dude. Alright, let's go, Solaire. Why did I do that? I was just playing some Dragon Ball Xenoverse before this song. And pressing the right bumper to target my enemy. Whoops. That's the fucking attack button in this game. So now his health's down to half. When that happens, he gets a friend. He gets another gargoyle, which is exactly why I summoned Solaire. To maybe divide the aggro up a little bit and make this fight just, you know, that much easier on me. Look, they're looking at him now. Get 3 hits in. He's dead. Wow, this fucking halberd does amazing damage at +5 on this guy. I couldn't see through that freaking fissure of him dying. Didn't notice he was aimed at me. We're doing fucking great. This fight's gonna go a lot easier because I had Solaire. Done. Dude, thank you, man. Thanks, man. Couldn't have done it without you. Probably could have, but it would have been a lot harder, and I probably would have died about 3 different times before I got it. So on my first ever playthrough, believe it or not, I actually beat that boss on my first try alone. My first playthrough, I didn't summon anybody, not even NPCs. Not because I didn't want to, but because I kept forgetting to humanize myself at bonfires. At one point, I was like, where are the summon signs? And I was like a hollow the whole playthrough. I was like a zombie, and I couldn't see any signs. Like a fucking noob. Also, my first playthrough, I was telling everyone at the beginning of the playthrough about the fat rolling mechanic and how that's when you have too much armor on. Since I didn't really understand that, you know, how crucial mid rolling and fast rolling was to my playstyle, I just fat rolled my whole playthrough because I found like this really heavy piece of armor and like a big ass ultra great sword, so I was just fucking rolling everywhere. But I was tanking everything and it worked. Like nobody was killing me. It's not like it didn't work. I just looked like an idiot in a scrub. That was the first Bell of Awakening, so gonna have to ring the second one now. And that one is in Blighttown. So yay. Blighttown. If the fucking name doesn't deter you from it altogether, then when you see me there, you're gonna see why. You're gonna see why it's called Blighttown. Very appropriate name.
Greetings. I'm Oswald of
This guy
Kareem.
scared the shit out of me when I played this game the first time. I was like, where the fuck did you come from? I just did not notice him. I started running past him and I thought it was an enemy. I was like, shit.
Cometh thou to confess?
So if you kill NPCs in this game, or if you do anything that's generally bad as far as harming NPCs and like doing just bad things in general, you can request absolution with him. The price of absolution goes up with okay, that's the famous PvP gesture. That's what you say to people when you're trying them, or when you just totally decimated them online. So yeah, you can come to him to request absolution. When did I sin? Request absolution. Who did I kill? Oh, because I killed the crestfallen merchant. Right. Okay. So if you don't request absolution, there's a small chance you'll get invaded by Blades of the Dark Moon, which is a covenant or blue phantoms. They come into your world if you're a guilty person, and they kill you, like as like justice, whatever, quote unquote. Generally speaking, the population of Blades of the Dark Moon in this game is really shitty. And also, especially in this area, it's, you know, they try to stick to the area where their covenant is based, which is Anor Londo, usually. Oh wait, no, actually the Blades of the Dark Moon in this game are... Well, no, it's a mixture of both. They hunt people down that are guilty, and they also summon people who have... Well, I can't say because it's a spoiler, actually. I just realized I was about to give something away. God, it's like, I'm talking about this game like I'm talking about it with my friends who are uninterested in the game and don't care about the spoilers, but I have to keep in mind that people watching this probably don't want me to spoil bosses and, like, future events in the game from happening, so I'm just thinking right now which way to go. I killed them. I got the basement key earlier. I guess I'll just go straight there and unlock the shortcut. I already have my weapon to +5, so I don't have to go back to the blacksmith, really. You fucking... Really? Ooh! Yeah? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What the fuck are you gonna do? Nothing. You're gonna die, is what you're gonna do. I'm sorry. I got a little personal. Alright, so... With that, we can continue. I have, so there's an NPC... If you'll remember where the Taurus Demon was, that little, like, circular tower. I think I'm just going to run through everyone here. There's, like, a circular tower, like, you go up to get to the Taurus Demon. There's also the pathway down. Like, you may have seen a door in that room. The only reason I ran past it without explaining it was because I got invaded. So I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. And just not be there because I didn't want to die while explaining it. But I'm going to go back there and challenge an NPC. I'm going to put my endurance up. Trying to fast roll as much as possible with as much armor on. Maybe I can put my gloves on now and fast roll. Yeah, okay, no. Okay, it was a delay. I cannot. Not yet. Alright, so this wyvern's probably going to come back. So what I'm going to do is... Please don't kill me. That's an epic shot right there. What a fucking cool game. Alright, I'm going to rest at this bonfire just in case, because this is the one I want. There's a shortcut I'm going to go unlock right now that leads back to this bonfire. So, oh, you know what? Yeah, actually, I'm right. So, I'm going to have to get hit by the dragon here. It's unavoidable. I don't think he'll kill me even with this lack of armor. You know what I can do, though, is I can put this on and this on, and then I can do this. Am I fast rolling? Yeah, I am fast rolling. Okay, so that's a little bit of armor. I'm not going to need to attack for what I'm doing right now anyway, so we're just going to put on as much as I can. Didn't put on the chest plate because obviously that weighs the most out of all the armor. I think it weighs the same as the leggings. Go, 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 go. Oh my god, he attacked twice, that bastard. He never does that. I am so serious he never does that to me. I mean, I know he does it, but like the AI is usually so generous to me there. That's why I rested at that bonfire though, just in case something like that happened. So, no big deal. Just start from right there. Let's see if I can make it to my souls or if he's going to do the same shit again. Hold on a second. This has less fire resistance than this, so this makes more sense to wear anyway. Let me see. And I'm still fast rolling. Can I fast roll with the whole set on? No. So that's fine. I'll just keep it at this. Kind of tempted just to go to that NPC right now because the NPC is, like I said, in the direction of the Taurus demon. I could try to take him on. I'll tell you what, let's unlock the shortcut and then I'll see about trying my hand at him. I want to show you him anyway. As much as I want to kill this boss, I really want to show you that NPC too. And that NPC has a ring that increases my equip load automatically without having to do jack shit. I'm just going to heal anyway. Look, he's not attacking. This is okay, you see? Proof right there. He totally had me right there when I healed. And he chose not to. I am not lying. Please believe me. It's not my fault. Okay, let me see here. So, we did all that, so let me get rid of this and get my shield back and my halberd. Alright. Cool. So now, the shortcut is right over here. And then we'll go down... Well, no, we're going to go challenge that guy first. Check out where we are. Bet you didn't expect that. I don't even know if you know where we are. Like, I do that all the time with my friends when I'm like trying to show off the shortcuts of the game, and I'm like, now look at where I am, and they're like, I don't get it. Where are you? Because everything seems to look the same if you like haven't played this game before, which is totally understandable because I actually feel like that was how it was for me too, the first playthrough. So, just killing those guys for souls. I can level up one more time now. Go for more endurance, please. I'm trying to get to the point that I can at least wear gloves. Can I fast roll with this now? No, wow, damn. That is impressive how heavy that is. What is it? 3.5? What's the helmet? Also 3.5. So yeah, that definitely won't fit. Okay, that's fine. Why did I do that? Alright. Oh, you guys didn't expect that, admit it. None of you expected that. Alright. Wow. This is not where I wanted to go. I said I was going to challenge that guy. This guy aggroes if you go on the staircase because he sees you walking through the window. Bastard. Almost there. See if I can do this again. Oh, didn't get that guy, but close enough, close enough. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. Why was I surprised? I was in a narrow enclosure. Of course I wasn't going to hit that. What am I talking about? Oh man, I thought I wasn't going to be able to... So, I don't know if you guys have taken notice, but if I hit them with the halberd, I have a pretty big chance to block right after. If it misses, he takes a staggering step forward. So see how fast that was? Now watch this when I miss. You see that little like judder he takes? That's what happens if you miss. So it's kind of a weapon that punishes people that miss with it, you know. You got to be more accurate. Can't be sloppy like I am today. Okay, so there are a few ways to kill this guy. My main way is either parrying him to death or backstabbing him to death. So, do I have any... I have no more pine resin. Right, I wasted it. Okay. Well, I won't say wasted, but I used it all. So, yep. Oh, I did waste one because that Titanite demon killed me. Alright, well, that's not a big deal. We don't need to talk about that. Everyone's forgotten about that already. So why would I bring that up? Was that my first death? I think that was my first death. Yeah, it had to be. It had to be. No, it was the invader, right? Right. Because... Oh, I wasn't paying attention, honestly. I was just sitting there talking casually. This guy can one-shot me. What is he doing? I've never seen that. Oh, I'm doing great damage to him now. Yeah, I'm just going to backstab him. I'm not going to risk parrying him. But I got to get one parry to show you guys. Boom! Okay, I did it. I proved it. I don't have to do it again. I don't have to do it again. That thing kills you in one hit, so I really prefer not to do that. Oh. Alright, we got this. One more backstab. Just trying to wait out a good opportunity. Right there would be good. I think he's dead. I think he's dead already. Oh, let's go. Okay, this is great. So now he's going to give me this item that I'm going to be using for pretty much the rest of the game, called Havel's Ring. Oh, wait. Lautrec gives you a ring that I really want. Ugh, but I have to show off his fight. Alright, that's okay. That's okay. That's alright. I'll make it work. Okay, so you see, it boosted my equipment load so much I can fast roll with all this armor on. Can I get the helmet too? I had a feeling, man. You see, sometimes you just know. Sometimes you just know. I'll open this for later. Since he's dead now anyway. There's no more threat in here. Sometimes, yeah, though, you just know. Can I wear this? No. No helmet. No problem. I got way more armor than I did before, you know? Got my gloves and my chest piece on. I'm not bare naked chested. This is great. I'm happy, actually. I'm really happy I did this. It doesn't usually go that great. I was just so calm. I felt it in that moment, that parry, the perfect parry. Sitting here bragging about one parry against Havel. His attacks are slow as shit. It's scary because if you psych yourself out like I usually do, and you fuck up by just a millisecond, you know, even the deflect damage, like, you know, I said the deflection damage from the parry, like, negates some of the damage. It wouldn't have mattered. He would have just decimated me in one hit. It just totally kills you because it's such a fucking strong attack. But I killed him and I got the ring, so we're good. I'm going to be using this ring for literally the rest of the game. Not changing it out. Might not even use Lautrec's ring. We'll see. See what kind of armor I wear. I don't know if I'm using light or medium armor yet. I never use heavy armor anymore. Just as a... like, I know I won't use it. It's going to be light or medium. I'm thinking medium because for the playthrough's sake, I mean, I could use light. So this is where the sorcerer is. You're going to hear him talking to himself.
Somebody. Please let me out of here. Somebody. Anybody. Help me. Unlock the door. Damn. I'm finished. How did this ever happen?
Yeah, you're screwed, buddy. I didn't buy the key. I don't need any sorcery, so he'll just rot in there if you didn't do anything. So these guys are deceptively strong. They attack you all at once, and since they do fire damage, not physical damage, even if you have a strong physical damage reduction shield or armor, like, it'll go right through it. It'll eat through it, and they just fuck you up all at once. So you just kind of gotta bait them out. I'm going over here because there's a twin humanity that they're blocking. If you don't know what a twin humanity is yet, obviously it's a humanity that you take and it gives you two humanities at the same time instead of just one. That's all it is. I'm so pumped for Dark Souls Remastered. I was reading the notes for, like, what's going to be different about it. My friend texted me the notes today because he was like, oh yeah, you got to check this out. You know, they're making all these changes. And he's not even that much of a fan of it. He's just doing me a solid because he knows I love the game so much. Anyone who knows anything about me knows I love Dark Souls and my group of friends, so they're always updating me on this shit. Oh yeah. Oh, so these are hollow thieves. They're annoying. They can backstab you and parry you. And their backstab is really wicked because they, like, climb on your shoulder and then, like, slit your throat, essentially. Like, that's what it looks like. I mean, it's not an instant kill, but it does a lot of damage, so I'm going to have to not turn my back to them. Let me see what I can do here. So there are dogs and the thieves here. Ooh, got two of them at once. Boom. Oh, my God. You're done. I'll take that hit. I'll take one hit if the rest of it goes that smooth. That's fine. Yeah, another dog I remember. Boom. Outranged. Outclassed. Outplayed. Alright. So, getting there. Getting to the boss. So I like this set of armor right here. This is one of the coolest sets. This is the starting equipment for the Thief class if I had picked it, and the starting weapon. That's like a parry shield. It's a small shield that doesn't have 100% physical damage reduction, so if you block attacks, it's only gonna block about... wait, let me see. 78%. So the damage reduction values are on the right there where it says damage reduction percent. That right column where it says 78, 30, 65, 50. So anything that's red means that stat is lower than my current shield. Obviously, the heater shield's the best. It already parries pretty fast. It doesn't parry better than this shield, but it is pretty close to the same amount of time for the parry window, and it obviously has 100% physical damage reduction, so I'm going to stick with this. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to change to something else, but yeah, this is the boss. So this boss is generally pretty easy. It's one of my favorite by design. I fucking love it. But the hard part about this boss is that there are 2 dogs in the room with it, which are going to rush me right now. Okay, so I buffered a roll there. What happened was the dog bit my shield and like caused me to stagger, and I couldn't roll in the time I wanted to, so he got that hit off on me. Alright, that's cool, we're cool. Cool for now, anyway. Alright, so I killed the dogs. I'm still alive somehow. 1 drink should get me to full. We're good. Okay. Once you kill the dogs, the fight's not too hard. See how much damage I'm doing because I got it to +5? That's why I did it. It's good to be prepared. Being prepared can make a world of difference with bosses you're going into. Of course, rolling at the right time and managing your stamina can make an even bigger difference, which I did not manage right there correctly. So yeah, most attacks you can roll through like you just saw. That would have hit anybody in real life, but this isn't real life. Huzzah. He's dead. And you like them apples. Capra Demon. So, a lot of people complain about how small this arena is, and yeah, that's a logical complaint, but I really like it. That's what makes the boss fight hard. If you had a bigger arena than this without the dogs, it wouldn't be a very hard boss fight, honestly. I'll be straight up, but that's the whole point. It's supposed to feel constricted, but I like it also because it's like you're just fighting in the middle of a bunch of normal people's houses. Like, I don't know, like I like the scenery. It's nice. It's a nice, like, well, not a nice thought, but it's an interesting thought rather that you know, this freaking amazingly powerful demon's just sitting here in the middle of this housing complex of just normal people in a burg at the bottom of the town. Like, I don't know, I like the idea that the demons are just that loose in the city, that they're just like, oh, look outside the window, honey, there's a fucking Capra demon. Like, it's awesome. It's cool. So the next area is through there, but I'm going to unlock a shortcut first because got to show off the shortcuts. Also, I want to rest at the bonfire through the shortcut because it's the path of least resistance, even though it's not necessarily the closest. Well, it is kind of the closest. It's kind of equidistance. I don't know. So you can't go all the way up there. It's blocked off. And over here to the right, we have another merchant. It's like a girl version of the other undead merchant we ran into. So I'll just showcase what she's selling because, you know, you probably don't know. Dung Pie turns enemy toxic. So essentially, you know about poison damage in this game. If not, there's a poison damage. I haven't been poisoned yet. It obviously makes your health go down slowly over time, like in any other game where you get poisoned. There's another kind of poison in this game called toxin. It's like basically twice or 3 times as strong. Your health goes down even faster. There's an area in the game later where you get shot at with like toxic darts, and it's the fucking worst. So she sells like these moss clumps. So bleed damage is something else you get in this game. It's when you essentially, if somebody has a weapon that can bleed you out, you have a meter that starts going up. It has a little blood stain and next to it to indicate that it's the bleed meter. When the bleed meter fills up after you've been hit a lot out of it, you will just have like an explosion of blood out of you, and then the meter will reset, but you'll lose like a gigantic chunk of health as a result. So to reduce bleeding buildup, you use the blood red moss clump. You use the purple moss clump for poison, and it has to be a blooming purple moss clump for poison. I'm sorry, for toxin. But this one also works on poison. A regular purple moss clump won't work on toxin, because toxin's just that strong.
What a humdrum lad you are.
One of the only NPCs in the game whose dialogue changes according to your gender. She'll say lass if you're a girl and lad if you're a dude. There's like 1 or 2 more, I think. Like another one that says something that's like, you know, gender specific. I always thought that was an interesting thing, like they'd even bother to make at least one NPC have that much detail.